The sportsman had never been here this time of year, and he could not resist the sight of ripe oranges on the tree. Little did he know, the energy from these little oranges would play a key role in his survival over the next few days.
Both. 1/4 of the way, right? 1/4 the way.
Mm-hmm.
I think we just stay here for at least 20 minutes, man.
Are those eagles way up there?
I can't even see them.
You see, there's
No,
three of them.
Those are buzzards.
Are buzzards,
Yeah,
right?
buzzards. Now, this is why you don't want to be a man short, right here.
Right.
And worse is that, you know, it's the middle, almost summertime, and the desert sun beating down. I mean, we can't just push it and push it and push it. We're not going to make it. I'm telling you right now.
How many degrees do you think we're at right now?
Oh, it's well over 100.
Yeah.
Well over 100.
That sun is really raining down.
Oh, man.
Can you see I'm already all red?
I know.
Because of it.
So let's, you know, play it safe, man. Slow and steady is going to win the race here. If we push it too hard, we're not even going to make it. I'd rather camp outside somewhere else at one of the, you know, lower level base camps and survive the night than I would for one of us to get sick and get in trouble. We're already a man down, so. This is our third time up here. And the first time we came, it was the middle of the winter. Second time we came was a little bit late winter. And now we're here in early spring, and each time has presented its own challenges, you know? The mountain itself is obviously the biggest challenge, because you think you're gonna go all the way up there and see the bulls and grab that perfect shot or get a chance to shoot the bow or whatever it is. You can't worry about that. The first thing you have to worry about is whether or not you're gonna even get to base camp before dark. Because if not, you're going to be sleeping on these rocks somewhere in the middle of the night. I mean, that's the truth of it, you know? But I was so hungry, I had to break down. I've got about 11 ounces of tuna here, so I think that's going to give me enough energy, enough protein to make it up to the top, hopefully before dark. But if not, we're going to have to find some shelter up against some rocks, or who knows what we're going to do. But and plenty of water, too, because, I mean, we're only halfway up the mountain. We're about half, we've already spent half our water. We're already breaking into food rations. We're exhausted. It's well over 100 degrees right now. And I just think that that's the biggest challenge, right? The biggest challenge is just the mountain itself.
El pico de Candela va hasta una altura de los 1400 metros sobre el nivel del mar, hasta los 1900 metros en la parte más alta. Sus hombros están en los 1400 y el pico está en los 1900 metros. Aquí donde estamos en la cota de los 400 metros. Así que hay muchos ecosistemas diferentes. Conforme uno va avanzando, la vegetación cambia y los animales que uno puede observar también cambian.
So there they were, coming around a bend in the mountain trail, and off in the distance, they spot a very large black bull and two subdominant younger bulls. Finally, the sportsman has another chance to challenge a mature bull.
At this point, I have become so fascinated with these bulls that I put down my bow and decided to shoot them with a camera instead. There's no doubt in my mind that these bulls on this mountain and in this region are becoming the ROs of their ancestry through a process of natural selection, genetic breeding, dominant bulls breeding with dominant females for nearly 100 years now has all but weeded out the less dominant genes of the wild Spanish mountain bull. It's extremely important, now more than ever, that we protect these animals from extinction. Now that these animals have reestablished for nearly 100 years now, they're becoming that wild game animal again. And it's important that we ask the Mexican government to step up to the plate and classify them as a wild game species belonging to the Republic of Mexico. Just like the American and European bison, the water buffalo, and the African Cape buffalo. That way the Angadi can step in and regulate the conservation of these animals. The landowners can then conduct wildlife surveys, using helicopters or drones, whatever it is necessary, to count the numbers of animals in the herds on their own specific lands, just like the professional outfitters do in Africa for the Cape buffalo. The same diligence that is taken in the management of the Cape buffalo needs to be taken and applied here with the wild Spanish mountain bull. For the first time in 3 trips, we have not made base camp. So it looks like we're gonna have to make camp right here somewhere. Up along the rocks, I think we're gonna have to make camp. But I saw a huge bull, and then I just saw another huge bull across the valley. Several that we got on film earlier today, so I'm very excited. So I don't think that we have to go much further to actually find the bulls. They're feeding, and there's a lot of water in this draw here. So I think we'll spend the night here, and hope we can wake up in the morning to see some bulls up close.
They had finally arrived at the lower level base camp. This is where a cold stream of water flows from deep within the mountain. This is also where a unique ecosystem has evolved. The miners must have planted several types of fruit trees here, as they do not exist anywhere else on the mountain. There are fig trees, orange trees, pears, and different types of ferns.
This was the base camp we were supposed to be at last night, but we're way behind with all the gear we have right now, and it is so hot right now. I bet it's probably 40 degrees Celsius or better, maybe 100 degrees Fahrenheit or higher right now. So there's no way we're gonna make it back up, the rest of the way to the top. We call the top, where the bulls cross, we call it the bandero. And there's just no way. So we're gonna stay right here until the sun starts to go down a little bit, then little by little work our way up there, and hopefully get a shot at one of those really big bulls. I want you to see what they look like. They're very impressive, majestic creatures, mountain bulls. And I know that this is where they belong. When you take a look at them, you know that they're at home. It's very impressive. But this landscape here is very diverse, and each season has its own set of challenges. And right now, the challenge is the heat. A few months back when I was here, the challenge was the cold. So, and the ice and the rain. So, with any luck, we'll get up there today. We'll make camp and hopefully get some images of the big bulls.
Too little water that's coming out. We're running low on water today, Eddie, right here. We need to do our best because from here on, there's no more water. What we take's what we'll get. So we're walking up the mountain on our way to the Pandero, which is actually the plateau between the two mountains, where the bulls go up and then they can either go down to the other side of the valley or keep themselves inside the valley of the bulls. So we're reaching there, and Eddie and the cameraman all of a sudden are left a little bit behind me. So I'm just rushing, trying to get to the very top and trying to reach mountaintop for me to get that majestic view. All of a sudden I look onto the back of my shoulder and I see Eddie and the camera. I'm just struggling with the camera, trying to get some shots, and they're there, and I'm wondering what's going on. So I look to the other side and I see this beautiful, beautiful female bull with a calf just looking at them. All of a sudden I realize she's also looking at me. But the thing is, I'm on her path. I see her coming walking slowly. She's just curious. She doesn't know what's going on. Thing is that bulls up there are not used to seeing humans, so any animal weird that's not from their actual environment is gonna create that curiosity for them. So she starts walking to me, and I'm just getting really nervous because I know those animals. I know they're really unpredictable. So I'm just there, I'm sitting down on the floor, I have my bag in front of me, I'll take out my rifle, and I chamber it up. And I'm just there, sitting down, pointing my rifle at her. Thing is that I really didn't want to shoot her, but they're so unpredictable that if she came any closer to me, I wouldn't have the opportunity to actually react. So I had my iron sights right on her forehead, and I was telling Eddie, if she comes closer, I'm gonna shoot her. I'm gonna shoot her, Eddie. I'm not gonna risk ourselves. I'm not gonna risk myself. And Eddie's like, no. She's not gonna charge you. She's not gonna charge you.
No, she's not.
But she starts coming in. She actually reaches. She's 10 yards away from me. And my heart is just soaring. It's going boom, 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 really fast. I couldn't believe it, really. I thought it was actually very dangerous for me to be there in that position on her path. So all of a sudden, I decided just to grab a rock. So I grabbed a rock and I threw it at her. Finally, she decided it was something that was not something she felt comfortable with. So she just slowly turned around, started walking away. That's when I was able to breathe and relax, because I knew that I didn't have to put her down. But it was quite a thrill.
After an afternoon of bull searching, they headed back into the shelter of the mines. They had some time to kill, so a bit of prospecting was in order to see what kinds of little treasures they could find. They indeed had found an enormous pocket of smoky quartz and were determined to collect a few specimens.
Try to walk the right road. Yes, I try to believe. Like a bad religion, you gotta hold on.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get this one, man.
I'm under your spell, a sweet fallen angel. I've used all my chances, gambled all my luck,
One of my
but
favorite
like an addiction,
reasons to be up here.
give you up.
I just hope I can
Take a
take this
chance
beauty
in
out of here in one piece.
a sweet fallen angel. I'm under your spell, a sweet fallen angel. Sweet fallen angel, I can't let you go. Sweet fallen angel, a sweet fallen angel.
Nightfall had arrived, and the mine gave the adventurers a great place to rest. Although the temperature is quite cool inside, it is constant and warmer than the nighttime ambient temperatures outside of the mine. After a good night's sleep, they woke to a very dense fog. It was so thick you could cut it with a knife. Since they could no longer film, they decided to give up the chase and head back down the mountain.
This is the only place in the world where these bulls exist in the wild today. They're a mountain bull, a fighting bull, have always been a fighting bull and will continue to fight. At least this time, it will be in their own arena. I was the first, but now there will be many who will come and challenge the spirit of the bull.